I'm going to jump right into it. I think this is probably one of the best Valheim Seeds I've ever seen. I started a single player world and went on just to see what it looked like because I wasn't really using the map. And this is what it is. So I'll jump right into it. Seed, obviously, up here in the top left. You can go ahead and use this for your Valheim world if you want. But the first thing I want to look at is the bosses here, and this is what immediately caught my attention. There's two things, really. The first is that this main continent, the continent we spawn on, reaches all the way up north. It is one of the biggest continents I have ever seen, but it is just one solid landmass split up by just a handful of rivers. Okay? Now here's the crazy thing. Eikthyr, right? First boss. Alright, not bad. Elder, basically on the same continent. Mater, same continent. Bone Mass, same continent. For new Mistland stuff, Queen, same continent. The only one that isn't on the continent is Yagluth, however you want to say it. But there's ones close by, right? There's ones here, there's one over here, and then there's one up here, right? The closest one probably being this southern one, especially with spawn being right here. You can sail a boat out through some of these rivers, out through some of these smaller islands, and just down south. So that's really the only sailing you'll have to do. And as far as accessibility too, this map is crazy, okay? Eikthyr, super simple. You got a nice big plains biome to settle down, make your starter villages in, starter houses, whatever. Elder, on the same biome, not far from spawn at all. Like, this is one of the closest Elder spawns I think I've ever seen. Right? Then you talk about Bone Mass. Now, Bone Mass, you got a few options, right? Obviously, you don't really want to go through the plains this early on. There's a small little stretch down here, but you can, right? You can get up to this Bone Mass, and there's a reason I'll tell you to come up this way in a minute. Or this one is also very close, right? It's right on the edge of the biome, basically right out from spawn. As soon as you get a boat, you can come out here. So Bone Mass, super easy to get through. This mountain biome is a huge mountain biome, has Mater, right? Fantastic. Then we talk about, obviously, Mistlands, kind of new content. Queen is up here, same continent. You can run the entire thing. So, absolutely crazy. Now we get into the resources, right? So the trader. Trader is a little different, right? So trader is the only reason I think this map has a downside. However, there is a couple close ones within, sailing distance. Not terrible, right? Especially if you're traveling to some of these bosses. Like there's one up here, right? There's one close on this island, and there's one close over here. So trader is the only downside, in my opinion, to this map. But let's get rid of bosses here. Right, let's look at Leviathans. Super simple, right? These are where we get our resources for our harpoons and the knife, which is super good, right? There's just 5 right here, like basically right out of the bay in this condensed area. So that's awesome. Then we talk about tombs, right? And this is one that a lot of you are probably going to care about the most, right? Because iron is insane, right? It's one of the most important resources, and you have to get a ton of it. Look at this swamp biome. Okay, here's spawn, remember. Look at this swamp biome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, maybe 12 crypts in this swamp biome. Let's say you get 150 to 200 per, right? Maybe more. You're looking at over 2,000 iron right here. Like, crazy, crazy amount. The swamp is not that far. You can take a boat up through here, park it right on the coast, park it in the Black Forest. Amazing swamp biome. Then you go back up to this Bone Mass one. Remember, Bone Mass is right in here. Just a big line of them, right? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 in a line just up. And this is all on the main continent. We spawn on this continent. You don't have to go anywhere. The swamp biome's absolutely crazy. Okay, frost caves, obviously new addition, right? Good amount of them. All right, we've got like 6 in here, 3, couple, spread all the way up. All right. Then we talk about dragon egg, right? We worried about that? Nope. Like, remember, this is where that dragon spawns. The boss location is right here. We got plenty of eggs. You could do this boss, like, what? 3, 4 times just from the eggs in that biome. Absolutely crazy. Then we talk about, Seeker, the spawners, and all these great things. But then, alright, boar spawns. We got all kinds of boar spawns right next to spawn. Like, this is basically on top of spawn. There's a bunch over here. This map, in my opinion, I booted it up just to see what it looked like, and it is easily one of the best maps I've ever seen in Valheim. So, long-winded explanation. You can kind of jump in, see it for yourself. But I think this is one of the best seeds I've ever seen. Just all one centralized continent, tons of great spawns, tons of great resources, tons of great boss locations that make it super easy. So there you go. The Seed N2N 5KS TXJL. Feel free, give it a go. This world's pretty sweet.